about this. It's a rent hike proposal not seen in decades. The city's Rent Guidelines Board considering an increase of up to 16%.
Yeah, the outcome will affect 1 million rent-stabilized households in the city. The story from Pix 11's Anthony DiLorenzo in Lower Manhattan.
Nearly 16% is one number that's just being floated, but still that figure is causing sticker shock for the 1 million apartments across the city who depend on this rent-stabilized figure. However, the mayor's office is saying don't count on the hike being that high. The belt on New Yorkers' budgets may again get tighter as the Rent Guidelines Board debates raising prices of 1 million rent-stabilized apartments across the city. The annual backroom lobbying between tenants and landlord advocates will soon be put to a vote. But before that happens, some renters are getting sticker shock over reports of a near 16% increase in two-year leases floated this week. For perspective, this past year, the RGB sent one of the largest increases in a decade at 5% for two-year leases. City Hall, which helps influence those rates, cautions renters will not be gouged. The mayor's spokesperson saying the 16% number put out only reflects one assessment of landlords' increased costs and does not in any way represent a recommendation from the RGB or this administration. However, the Working Families Party shot back at the notion in a statement. The outrageous rent hikes proposed would only fuel homelessness, displacement, and push more families to the edge.
In particular, our senior population was really being affected by those double-digit inflation numbers, and even still today.
A recent Census Bureau study shows New York City has the highest rate of households behind on rent in the country at 21%. Rising costs of living are affecting millions of Americans, especially those on a fixed budget who haven't seen their income rise with inflation.
You still obviously have inflation well above where the Fed wants it to be. It's going to take some time to get there, and it will probably take a little bit of pain in the economy to really get down.
The Rent Guidelines Board will vote next month here in Lower Manhattan to vote on the preliminary hike rate. That's the latest from downtown. I'm Anthony DiLorenzo, Pix 11 News.